Hello everypony, this is sort of a really different video actually. I say that a lot, but this is like, I've never talked about something like this or like made a video like this before, so if this is too different, I probably won't do something like this again, but I just wanted to talk about this. So about 3 years ago, there was this like VTuber game project that was on Twitter, and this guy was running it, and it seemed pretty legit from what I saw. But then again, I was 14 when this whole project was created, and now I am 18 years old, almost 19. So while it may have looked legit back then, I'm not surprised that it ended up being a whole debacle with a whole lot of nothing to show for it. But I guess I should start from the beginning. Around sometime in 2021, like late 2021, maybe like, I think it was November of 2021. There was this project thing floating around Twitter, and as someone who used to be like really big into like VTubing during this time because everybody else was, it was a huge like this thing like blew up. Everybody was trying to become a VTuber. I was included in this list of people trying to become VTubers. There was this game floating around. It was called, I think it was just called the VTuber game. Very, very original name, and wasn't something that was so obviously fake. Looking back at it, it was made by this dude who called himself JML, and there was not too much information about the game itself. I don't think it was ever like given what kind of genre it was, if it was going to be like 2D or 3D, what engine it was going to be made on. This guy just somehow managed to convince like all of the smaller VTubers on Twitter that he was making this big fucking game and everybody was going to be included. But even then, it was strange because I have friends who are VTubers or were VTubers, and that's how I found out about this, because they were like reposting it. And then I look at it, and I was like, okay, maybe this is a legit thing. I'll ask him if I can be in the game. And then I did. I sent him my old VTuber Sona with the PNG and whatnot. And he surprisingly didn't ask me for a voice line, because apparently a lot of other people were being asked for voice lines. But the weird thing about it was, he said, yeah, you're good to go. You're gonna be in this game. And I was like, that's fucking cool. I'm gonna be in a game. This was before I started making games. Actually, I think it was actually right after I finished my last game. But I was like, this game looks a lot bigger than than the type of games that I was making. So like, maybe this could be a fake, maybe this could not be, I don't know. So I gave him my stuff, and he was like, alright, you are gonna be in the game. I was like, oh, okay. Guess I'm just in the game now. But the weird thing about it was, my friends who are VTubers, they're not women, they were not trans women. They were just like cis men. He like, they gave like every single thing. They did the exact same thing that I did, and they weren't allowed in. It was strange, because this guy seemingly really wanted to make this guy really wanted to make a game with a bunch of different VTubers. Like, not anybody big. It was people with like from like 5 subscribers I saw someone with like 5, maybe like 50 subscribers or followers or whatever. They were getting into the game, as well as people with like a few thousand subscribers. It was not anybody big like a Gargura or um whatever other VTubers there are. I don't really watch VTubers anymore. I only really watched Gargura until she retired. But it was weird because there would be other VTubers who are men, like cis men, who would message him and be like, they would do the exact same thing as I said. And they should have been allowed in. But this guy really just wanted like a mostly women cast, which was, you know, I do that. I make casts of my games with mostly women, but it was just like, you're gonna make a game celebrating VTubers, you should celebrate, like, I know VTubing is mostly done by a lot of women, I think. At least from what I've seen, but it's just like, what? It's just so weird to me. I don't, this whole situation, like this is, I think I said it already, but this was 4 years ago. And everybody was just like, what the fuck? And at a point it just got to like, people realizing, oh yeah, this is just a guy who's fucking weird. And then when he got called out for it, he like said that he was gonna kill himself, and then he deleted his account like 8 times. Like, he deleted the project, he deleted the server, he deleted... There's a Discord server for this, I forgot to add. He deleted the Discord, he deleted his Discord, like his account. Oh wait, no, I'm reading some old, like, Google Docs about this, and yeah, there was a... He did actually say what type of game it was going to be. He said a Genshin Impact style RPG. That's all he said. 3D RPG. And he was like asking people for voice lines to keep people trying to make videos, I guess. I think he was really young though. Oh, he was 18. Okay, yeah, he's pretty young. So like, I guess there's a chance that he just really wanted to make this game, but there's also a chance that he was being weird about it. He didn't seem to be very weird about it when he messaged me, but I don't know. It's just a weird... This is a weird, like, debacle. I'm just so, like, confused about everything, because I don't remember this whole situation. Sorry. Yeah. It's just like, how did this even come to happen? Is my question, because this was like... It seemed so cool. Like, it seems like such a cool, ambitious idea, which is definitely possible. Like, it's definitely possible to make like a big game, like not like a massive like RPG game like Genshin Impact, but like you could make something pretty decent, like just as like a lone content or like a lone developer. I mean, I don't think Ultra Kill is made by one person. I think there's other people that work on the game. But like, Hakata makes the game mostly himself. And that's a pretty big game. Like, it's definitely possible to make something like that. But I don't think... I think the whole situation was... with JML was like, I think he did genuinely want to make a really cool game, but like, he didn't have anything to show for it because I don't think he even knew how to make a game, especially with what he wanted. Because I used to make promises like that too. I was like, I want to make a fucking VTuber fighting game. Never did that because I don't know how to make a fucking fighting game. I know how to make top-down RPG games in RPG Maker, and I know how to kind of make survival horror games in it. But I'm not like a masterful developer, which I think this guy wanted to be. And I think he wanted to make something really cool. But I think he was just like... I think he was just like not very good as a person. Like not like he was like a shitty fucking disgrace of a human being, but I don't think he was really... I don't think he had like the mental capacity to handle doing such a project like this, because he was like, I'm gonna add every fucking VTuber who messages me to this game. It's gonna be fucking epic. Let's go. Message me. I don't think he said that. I think he said something like... He had bad English from what I remember, so just imagine that, but with like bad English. But the moral of the story, I think, is don't overshoot if you're gonna make a game. Like I'm trying to do this survival horror project in RPG Maker because I just think it's an easy game engine to make games on, and it's cool. The concept is cool. It's a black and white. It's a black and white game. It takes place during the 1940s, like the late 1940s. So like, you know, it's got the aesthetic of like an old horror movie from like years, like when like it's got that like old horror movie aesthetic with, but like mixed in with like art, like Resident Evil 1 and some other games. And I think it'll be cool, but I'm not trying to like overshoot it and say this is gonna be the best fucking game ever created. It's gonna knock Resident Evil 1 out of the park. It's gonna knock every Resident Evil game out of the park. It's gonna make Silent Hill. It's gonna make every Silent Hill game. It's gonna make that look like fucking Mario. It's gonna be epic. It's just gonna be the best game ever made. Like, I'm not saying that. I don't think he was saying that either. I think he was just trying to make it too ambitious. But the moral of the story here is that like I said, don't overshoot things. If you don't think the game is gonna be able to have something like, I don't know how many VTubers he contacted, but I think it had to have been at least like 50. Like, just say, okay, we have to cut some of you out, and I don't think we're gonna make a game as big as, you know, we wanted to. But that's okay. We have to cut things down later in development. Like, there's some things that I want to add to my other game projects, which I don't think I'll be able to add, and they're not things that I'm advertising on the page of my game. They're not things that I'm saying are gonna be a part of the game. And just like, his whole Twitter would always be him announcing like, yeah, we just got this new VTuber in. This is somebody who's gonna be in the game. I feel like if you're gonna make announcements like that, you should have a team of more than just one guy. Like, I know the team technically consists all the VTubers because they were doing voice lines for it, but there's nobody in the art department, I don't think. There's nobody in the development department other than him. It just was like, it's so weird. Because now looking back at it, how did I fall for this shit? But it's just like, I don't know. I want to see a cool VTuber game. If there's any that exist currently, Tell me about them in the comments. I know there's that one Idol Showdown. I never played it. I have it on my Steam account. I just never played it because I don't think it works with Linux. But there's probably some cooler VTuber games out there, or games with VTubers in them. Like that one cameo with what's her face in Like a Dragon at Ishin. That's kind of funny. Or hell, maybe I'll make a VTuber game. But yeah, if you know any cool VTuber games, let me know. I think also, like, I could be wrong about this, but I think that same project never, like, ended. I think after JML deleted all his shit and then he never, like, appeared again. I think he gave the rights up to somebody. And there's like an actual team of people who are working on it. But I could be wrong. That could have also just been another fucking ploy or something. I don't know. If that's true, I want a link to it. Send me the link to it. DM me on Discord right now with that link. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about this. I know this video was just like a big rant, but I don't have anything else to get out this month. And I can't write anything yet. My next video will be scripted and it'll be out next month. Just kidding, I lied. This is going on the second channel. But you probably already knew that.